ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. How y'all doing?
So how you been doing,
Glad.
bro?
I've been all right, man. I mean, considering the times, I'm happy to say that my family and everybody is okay, staying safe. I'm, in Kerala right now, just stepping away from the city and all the chaos that's going on over there.
Great to know, bro. Like right now, everybody's going through hard times. So let's go ahead with the conversation. So all we're gonna talk about is your music and your
Hmm.
journey, what you have been
Hmm.
through right now. So
Hmm.
just a quick update, like a small introduction to yourself that you can give to the listeners who are listening right now.
Well, I go by Hanumankind. I like making music. I'm new to this music thing, but I'm enjoying the shit out of it. Right? I'm from Kerala. I was raised for my formative years. I was in Texas for quite a bit of time, and but I bounced around the world ever since I was little, ever since I was born. I've been bouncing around the world, so I'm a citizen of the world. But my roots are very much Indian
In
and South
India.
Indian. I'm a Malayali through and through. ഇവിടെ മലയാളികൾ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒന്ന് പറയും നമ്മളിവിടെ ഉണ്ട്. You know what I mean? Just shout out to all my southern peeps. And I'm just figuring it out as I go, trying to make music and learning about the process. I'm in
So I think
Bangalore, of course. I'm also going to add that I'm based out of Bangalore. We're making banger tunes out of the city. Yeah,
South Indian represent.
all day, every day, baby.
So HMK, I just want to ask you. So when was the first time you thought about getting into the music, or maybe you got introduced to hip hop or any kind of music?
Well, music, I feel like just like with everybody else, man. I mean, maybe not everybody else, but I've always been inclined to be listening to music and just you know, initially when I was younger, when I can say when I distinctively picked out a genre that I was like, yo, I like this. It was heavy metal when I was a kid, when I was in middle school, Before it was just like, I like music generally. But and it was like, I was into this whole like, trying to wreck your neck with some heavy metal tunes. But then when I got into high school, I had friends that just used to freestyle, man. Like this was like towards the end. This was like 11th grade around about, and people would just freestyle, meaning they would just put on beats and rap about anything and everything. Okay. And these are high pressure situations because I'm just like, what is going on, bro? And before that, of course, there was I was surrounded by hip hop, and I was like, yeah, I like hip hop, I like rap, and I've always been verbally inclined. I feel like it's a great way to express yourself, right? The art of language and being able to write and converse was something that was always very interesting to me. And in school, even though I fucked around and everything else, I think when it comes to literature, I was just like, hey, I like this shit. I'm gonna pay attention a little bit over there. But then it came to this freestyling thing, man, and that was kind of my introduction. It was never anything that I took seriously until recently. It was just like, hey, put on beats, try and. The freestyling was what really got into it. And it was kind of like a party trick, It was sort of just like, yo, oh, this dude can freestyle. Oh yeah, yeah. We just get
Yeah.
into a circle and we just all freestyle and rap about whatever the fuck it is. And but I'm blessed to say that my friends that I was with at that time were they had a bar that they set, you know what I mean, like they made sure that you try and get as creative as you can and try and throw in as much weight in your words as possible. So because of that, it's not just like simple shit that we were freestyling about. It was like you had to intellectually be like, hey man, you come and bring a certain package, or else you just listen to the beat, bro, just sit on the side and it's and it's cool. So that was kind of how I got into it, man.
So when did you move to India?
Like properly in 2012, 13. Yeah, around about there.
All right. So I read about you that you won the mic drop tournament, which was about for the upcoming rappers and everything. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
about that. How did you come to know about it, or was it someone suggested you, to take part when you move back?
Yeah,
So
it was.
the transition.
Yeah. Continue, bro.
Now, how was the transition coming from US moving back to India? Because I really don't know if you knew people around here in the scene or if you don't. So, how
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
made it through the scene in India right now?
Bro, I knew nobody. I was all alone out here. And I was like, when I first came, bro, I did that that mic drop thing while I was still working corporate. You understand? Like I was like,
Hmm.
I'm still working a job. I worked in Goldman Sachs for almost 2 years. A year and a half, 2 years, and I'm so I was like building a resume. Typical, when it comes to you being a kid from a brown family, right? Both parents are super malu, and they're just like, you go get an education, you go get a job, and you provide for the family, which is standard procedure when it comes to, most of the people that you can find around, within our culture, within any, like, you know what I mean, within your circles. And so I was doing as such, right? I was just like, all right, let me just see what I can do here. And this mic drop thing was just, oh yeah, so I like to write, just casually. So it's like, why don't you just try it out and see what you can do? Until then, I was like going to open mics randomly, on a weekend, just to go and test out the verbatim, just to be like, hey, do you still got it? Do you? Huh? More than anything, I'm asking myself that question because I'm just like, bro, like I'm just here to test test it out and see if I still got it. But that thing was just done by me just deciding to put my name in. It was the date of submission was like the day of, or no, like a day or two before I put it in.
The
I just
deadline.
like it was, yeah, we just like slid in last minute type scenes. But people fucked with it, and the rest just came after.
I totally get the part where you said that you were hustling, you had a day job. Even I,
Yep.
before I got into the scene full time, I used to
Yep.
work in a corporate job and DJ on the weekends. And in
Yep.
2016, I decided, fuck the job. I'm gonna move completely, give my full time. So I
Yeah,
know the
you know the
hustle. What you're
grind,
talking
bro.
about,
You
correct?
know the grind.
Uh, Before we move on with the other questions, I'm gonna start with your song, which was
Mhm.
recently released, like
Yeah.
Genghis,
Uh-huh.
which is one of my favorite songs of yours that I've heard about. Uh,
Appreciate it, bro.
so I'm gonna ask Bluck to play that so other people can listen to it, and then we can talk about the song.
Yes, sir.
Up front, bars when the beat bump, kill on the loose, yes, murder when the receipts come. Pay them bills, yeah, nothing out here for free, son. Pay the price if you want the ice through your seasons. Winter is coming, I'm running straight at the throne. I know that they see me coming, cause they rattled to the bone. Bone crusher, late night puffer. I don't even dance, but still got moves like I was Usher. A changed man from Temujin in the Genghis. History repeats, yeah, these cycles stay endless. Used to ride cycles after hopping over fences. Now it's motorcycles, bar hopping where my friends is. Later ride first class, hopping out of Benzes. That's past, present, future, how I seen it through my lenses. The world broke you down, huh? I'm not trying to mend this. Embrace your chaos, let it seep into your senses. Sight, smell, touch, sound, taste, all blended. 5-finger death punch, leave lives ended. Fuck what's trending, don't need it, I trim this, I don't leave evidence smooth like burnt fingers, smooth like no hair, no chemo. Haters gon' call 911 like Reno. Round here it's 100 for the squeals, that's the pigs. They come around waving they sticks when the boys doing gigs. That's just how it is, but I promise we gon' change that. Artists in my land, catalysts, fuck a format. Watch you stepping up and who laying down dormant. Tired of being stepped on like a fucking doormat. Can't ignore that. Force your feel, endorse a deal with a young southern boy for real. From the subcontinent, a 1.3 bill. Where I trailblaze, daily play point, Dame Lil. Shooting from the logo. Women in my city, skin color like the cocoa. Chocolate committees, ain't no justice in the photo. You don't know what you've been missing till you party with this phone show. But what you partying for? We got issues in our nation cause there's parties at war. When our leaders aren't leading at the heart in the court, and they tamper with evidence when you gon' file a report. They try and dig their nails in me, but I'm filing them short. They try and dig my grave for me, but I fight as a corpse. You try and blame your failures on every action but yours. I try and turn the tables with every action I do. And if you bat that action, then I'm backing you till we die. Killer teachers and their pupils, look them dead in their eyes. I'm looking death in the eyes until the reaper I smile. Cause what's the point of fear and death if you ain't living, my guy? If you ain't living, my guy, what's the point of fear and death if you ain't living, my guy? Shout out to Call Me the Calamity. Bring that heat. Of course. From the city of Bengaluru, can't nobody do it how the fuck do we do? Yeah. From them 5-6, do it like this, like, ooh, yeah. Paste.
Damn. Fire emojis in the chat. Let's go, guys.
Let's get it.
Dude, the video is so fucking great. Like, I haven't seen that kind of a video right now from the scene.
Hey man, I appreciate
Big
that.
props.
That's all thanks to my homie Bijoy, bro. He put that together, and he's the one who can visualize like that, man. That's my homie, and he's a absolute magician when it comes to getting behind camera and putting things together. And of course, my boy Rohan, who would also taken part in shooting. But then that's also the G.
So let's talk about the song, like what was exactly about, what you're trying to say. So, people can get what you're trying to say about it.
Well, see, because I hadn't really, when it comes to what I had in mind, I just wanted to put something else. And at first, the way that I approached this song was, yo, I just want to put out a free verse. And as you can see, it doesn't have a hook. It doesn't have it's not like a typical song. It's just one continuous verse. And if anybody who knows me well personally just knows that I really like to do these long train of thoughts, right? Just me continuously going on about whatever it is that goes on. And I think that comes from the freestyling side of it, you know what I mean? I'm just like, all right, fuck a song, we're just gonna put bars, right? Or just rap. And so at first I had come in with this kind of idea just to say that I'm just gonna do a free verse and put together. But of course, shit that I feel relevant of that ties in with me and my roots and what I stand for and what I see around me. Because being someone that is, an artist that, I'm supposed to connect with people sonically. I'm just like, all right, I want to just have that all in kind of in a song, right? And so I had the verse. I kind of just wrote it, and it was incomplete when I hit up my homie Call Me. Shout out to the boy Call Me, who's an absolute magician when it comes to the beats, right? And so I had send him like a verse on a tempo that I was like, fucking with, right?
Mhm.
And
Yep.
so he just, there was a couple of rounds of random beats that, I mean, like he sent different versions of it, and this ties down to more just the creation process. And if there's anybody who's listening, oh, shout out to Karan, shout out to, there's a bunch of musicians here I can already see. So I mean, then it's just the to and fro of just piecing together the beat, and we finally settled on this one, and we're just like, yeah, this is a bump. And because it was a free verse, and because I'm still very much figuring out this music thing. It's a experiment for me, bro. I'm loving it though. I'm having fun with it. I'm figuring because I never studied music, right? I don't come from a musical background. I'm someone, like I said, I'm just good with my words, and that too, I barely get by. When it comes to it, I'm just doing my thing, right? So this was like me testing the waters, and so
Mhm.
therefore, when it comes to the video, Bijoy just like it was basically we just went out to the city and we had some shots in our mind, but a lot of that stuff just came organically as well, right? A lot of the stuff that we see Shout out to Lendrick Kumar. I think he's on here too. But a lot of the stuff that we see in the video is stuff that just happened, man. It's the serendipity of it. Like it just came to be. But of course, there were some shots like that we put together. So I just wanted to get. I wanted people to get a feel of everything at once, and I think that kind of compilation was where it's at. So that I think that's how it just came to be.
Yo, that's great, man. So I want to ask you, who are all like apart from the rap scene, who else do you listen to? Like, do you get any
Apart from
kind of
rap and hip hop.
rap and hip hop? Any other artists that you listen to? I I see that you are into, I think, metal and rock.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
apart, so who are the artists that inspire you, or
Okay, I'll just give you off the top of the head if it comes to artists that inspire me that are from different genres, right? You can look at let me see. If we're going to the metal side, right? System of a Down. If you guys heard
yeah,
of System of a Down, I really fuck with them as well as Metallica and of course Black Sabbath. And I'm a huge Jimi Hendrix fan, man. Like I just think that the man in 5 years, what he created was beyond anything and it's just so different, bro. It's yeah, he was a pioneer in what he did. And uh, what when it comes to if it comes to another genre, if we're straying away just a little bit, of course you can listen to the Marleys when it comes to Bob Marley and Damien, and when it comes to reggae, if you there's quite a few artists that you can bump that inspire me on that front as well, because I feel reggae has a heavy bounce to it, and
hmm
there's a lot of connectivity with the words and the rhythm, right? You can listen to I don't know, like a Collie Buds. You can listen to and of course you can stray off a little bit, and within if you guys heard of Bill Withers, right? If you've heard of who else off the top of my head, man, I'm just throwing a bunch of names at you right now, but
all good.
yeah, it's everywhere, man. It's everywhere, dude. So like even if you listen to like old Destiny's Child and
Yeah,
Beyonce, like the stuff that how they like even their journeys, you can pay attention and see how they came, like it's stuff that inspires you, right? And
correct.
so which is just beautiful. And yeah, man. And it's not necessarily about the genre at the end of it, right? Good music is good
Good
music.
music,
It's
correct.
good music is good music. It will translate. Like it doesn't have to be, of course there are diehard fans of it, but then there's always a rhythm that you're like, man, I might not fuck with this genre, but I am moving my feet to this. I'm moving my head to this. Like there's something about this that's like grooving. So yeah, music is beautiful, man.
That's great, man. Coming back to
Hmm.
when you moved back, and
Hmm.
as you said that you hardly knew anybody, and when you got
Hmm.
into the scene, when you started, making some noise in the scene, did you get the
Yeah.
love appreciation that you expected it, or there was a because you even you're an Indian, but you were born and raised in America most of your time,
Yep.
so people
Yep.
might look you as an outsider. So did you face any
Hmm.
troubles, or did you face it? In short, did you face any hate? Being
Yeah.
uh being an ABCD, what do you call
Yeah.
American boy?
American born confused days. Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
you. I feel you. Yeah. Yeah. Dude. So here's the thing, man. Ever since I was born, bro, I've been an outsider, right? When I was born, I was born in Kerala. I was born in Calicut, right, which is a little bit away from Malappuram, where I'm from, right? But when I was 2 months, we moved to Nigeria, and I first 3 years of my life were there, and everywhere else, I bounced. There's a bunch of places that I lived in, but throughout it all, every year for at least a month or two, my family, and I'm blessed to be able to say that we would come back to India, right? We would come back to Kerala and see our family, get back to the motherland, and just like it's always the roots were here, right? So when it comes to being like an out, like to me, I'm just like I'm used to it, dude. I'm not really phased by when people are just like, yo, this guy's an outsider or this guy's this or that. Like that's all y'all's, that's their labels. You know what I mean? To me, I'm just gonna do my thing. I know exactly where I stand. I know, and all my Malus in the house know exactly where I'm from too, And but initially, when I came into the scene, I had no idea, dude. Understand? Like, I don't know what Indian hip hop is. I don't know what the music scene is over here. I've only heard of a couple, and I'm not really in tune with the things that other artists are over here because I didn't come from this, right?
Correct.
So I just started doing it because I wanted to, man. Like, I was just like, dude, I like to write. Like, I dropped a mixtape a while back, right? This thing was 2018 was the first time I decided to be like, yo, I'm gonna make music. I'm gonna try, and it was all YouTube beats and me just writing raps, and it was just like, the fuck is this? If when I look at it now, but it's still I enjoyed it. I'm having fun. I'm trying to see if I can still write, and I'm putting it out. So to me, it was just about expressing myself and not like because I live with this fear of sometimes like and I'm sure people can relate, man. Just doing enough in life, right? Like you don't want to wake up one day and be like I haven't done enough, and that constant fear is with me. It drives you, it pushes you forward, and it stops you from being complacent. And so for me, it was like that. I'm just putting out music because I want to do this. I
That's what you
enjoy it.
love.
Right, dude. It gives me a certain kind of it nourishes my soul. The kind of background, the kind of I wasn't the best of kids growing up. Every environment, everywhere I was there would be trouble that follows. But there was always a certain kind of
You there? Can you play Beer and Biryani?
This that brown boy drip, filling up my stomach while I'm empty in the clip. Postcode got a 5-6, sending out a message that we hungry in this bitch, yeah. This that brown boy drip, filling up my stomach while I'm empty in the clip. Beer and biryani too legit. What you know about that combination make y'all flip? This them gold chain, black hair, lungi wearing boys. Pull up on the RX, sharper than a fucking sword. Cutting up your life source, pulling out the cord. Ain't no power to your movement, only power from the lords. Ain't no higher power talking, I'm the lowest of the low. Yo, I can't forget my roots, cause they the reason that I grow. Change be the only constant, only so much I control. But if I'm changing, then I'm changing into something comfortable. Yeah, hey, got a mind that don't chill. I don't like sitting still. Get the fuck off my grill, like hey, gotta pay all my bills. Blessed I can eat 3 meals. Got a void I can't feel. Shit is rough. Yeah, got a lot on my plate. Every day feel that way. Ready to die today. You like what? Hey, I forgot how to brake. Only accelerate. Heavy like SUVs. Stay away. Not a role model. Put the demons in the word. Demonstrate. Fuck your idols. When I see them, I just LMAO. Nothing personal. It's just that I cannot relate. I just roll a little different in a different place. Even when they take me down, I roll around like MMA. I don't give a fuck. That don't mean I don't fornicate. Knowing what to give a fuck about is what we must equate. Yeah, this that brown boy drip, filling up my stomach while I'm empty in the clip. Postcode got a 5-6, sending out a message that we hungry in this bitch. Yeah, this that brown boy drip, filling up my stomach while I'm empty in the clip. Beer and biryani too legit.
Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear me now. Can you hear me
Now I
now?
can hear you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Damn, dude. Was I have a feeling I was going off and just talking about life for a long time and no one can hear shit, bro. Like when did I cut off?
I think it's almost like it's been a while. Like we
It's
almost played
been
a
a
song because
while.
yeah.
Damn, dude. I just okay. So what was the last thing I said, bro?
I think we were talking about the music that you love, that you do it for yourself.
Oh, okay,
Keeping out.
okay.
Yeah.
That's where we were. Yeah, dude. Oh, dude. Like, wow. I had gone on for. Okay, my bad, you guys. I don't know what happened. The
So we
internet
played
just
beer and
fluctuated.
biryani. So
Yeah, yeah. I heard.
biryani is
So
yeah, good.
now, but continue. You were talking about biryani. These are
No, I was
important
the beer
things.
and biryani. We played your track. So
Yeah,
I saw the video. Video was
yeah.
dope as fuck. Like the song is
Thanks, man.
brilliant, but the video
Yeah.
is also dope as fuck. So
Hey, shout out to my boy Lenja Kumar.
so if you want to go ahead and talk about that song, what was the process about, and what was exactly that you were going through when you made that
Yeah,
song.
bruh. So, when it comes to beer and biryani, like that. Shout out to my boy Buddy Malshayas, who is my fucking G, and who makes beats which are second to none. Like when it comes to banger music, you can't go wrong with somebody Malshayas. Now, when it comes to the video, dude, like once again, still very experimental, right? We're just
Yeah,
figuring out the like what I like and what I don't like. So we shot that in 20 minutes. It was me take like eating a biryani. I pulled
biryani.
up a
Yeah.
biryani and pulled up a beer. That's all shot in just one take. And I'm just fucking eating it and enjoying it. You know what I mean? And I mean, we just had the idea. I like literally how we used to come up with ideas is we buy ourselves a bottle and all the homies would sit around and we just be like, all right, dog, like it's more about chilling. We're just having ourselves and us Malus we drink. So we just having a good time with a bottle. And this is sometimes these are the best ideas come from moments like this. And we're just like, dude, why don't you just like eat a biryani and a beer? And and that day we had ordered it too. So we had ordered that beer and biryani and then I was just like, dude, you should just like shoot. Like you should just go and like record this while you sit and eat. So I was like, bro, like I was the one who came up with it. Like I was just like, dude, we should just record this process, and I'm just gonna eat the fuck out of it. And they're like, dude, you're gonna eat the fuck out of it? I was like, dude, hell yeah, I'm gonna eat the fuck out of it, bro. We sat there and alongside it, like there's a really ice cold beer. So I just popped the top off and had it with the biryani, and we shot that together, and we had ourselves a video, and that is how a music video comes to be.
Yeah, that's fucking great. So the first time I ever met you, remember in Bangalore, we were there for our gig, and you were there
Yep,
also playing at
yep.
the same venue.
Uh
And
huh,
I
uh huh. I
saw you
remember.
perform with the band, and I was like, "Whoa! Like,
Yeah,
why didn't like came across this guy before?" And
yeah. I'm low key
that
with it.
that was a great gig that happened in Bangalore. So
Yeah.
let's talk about your band. Like, who all are there, and what kind of music do you experiment apart from your song? Or because I see that you play other stuff also with your band, right?
Mhm. Mhm. Yep. I have this project that's also, that I love. It's called Till Apes, and we got just it's like a neo soul hip hop project, right? But there's a whole bunch of experimental stuff, and that is like the side of me which, because all those boys that I'm a part of for the band, for Till Apes those are actual musicians. All of them know music really well. I'm just a vocalist in that sense, right? But I write, of course, like conceptually. Also, this is stuff that I'm vested in that sense. But we have Amrit, or Doc Oz, who is an amazing producer and best in the city out there, right? When it comes to sound engineering. And we have Surya Praveen, who is, dude, he's a beast of a musician and like super talented dude. And we have Gautam, who is on the saxophone, incredibly talented saxophone player. Sangay, who's on the chat over here, who is dude, I haven't met a drummer who's as badass as my homie. You know what I mean? And we got Philip, who is playing the keys, and is also just an awesome musician who's supposed to be teaching me to play some keys soon. So let's see what happens. But these are, you know, everyone that is part of the band. I did get everyone right. Sound good? Yeah, yeah, of course. And we just kind of came together because all of them are as I mentioned, they're musicians. We all and Amrit from the beginning had an idea to be putting together like a neo soul outfit. That's something because Amrit or Doc Oz was in Melbourne for quite a while, right? And the music scene over there, if you guys know, in Australia, is really, really, it's they have groundbreaking music, and it's quite a lively and thriving scene out there. So he came with that kind of idea to be like, hey, I want to bring that over here because I've seen this. Like, Homeboy was setting up shows for, I think he did a Kendrick show one time because he handles sound, right? So he was part of the crew that was there. He's seen like multiple artists come to Melbourne and kill it, and he's handled sound for them, right? So he was just like, yo, I've got to do this, man. I really want to try and bring this together. And now it was just the band came just as a culmination of everyone coming together, and he just like, we all kind of, all of us are friends from somehow we knew one or the other, and it just came to be. And dude, I love it because my shit is full of bass, right? I like the bass, I like heavy shit. I mean, though I do experiment within it now, I primarily, what makes me bounce the hardest is a fucking like some hard 808s and some like a mean sounding track, right? And but then with these guys, it's like, dude, get that shit out of my face. I mean, it's cool, but then they're just like, yo, you don't need to be so heavy all the time. I'm like, all right, okay, fine, yeah. And then they're just like, they actually bring the musicality sense into it, right? They're like, yo, pay attention to this and try and lean into making songs from the ground up. And I love it, man. That's Till Apes for you.
That's great, man. So next track is the South Side that I want to play. So everyone can listen and we can talk about it. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. I think it's called Southside.
Southside.
Karan goes, Southside has like 800. That's hilarious.
Yeah, ain't nobody fucking with 100 mankind. If a motherfucker talker when I get up on the mic like a push a red button, cause I'm about to blow up on a bitch. Even if I get rich, but your boy won't switch. Making moves in the game, trying to make the whole glitch. I'm a hard to do cause I've been here button as I try to move up on the goddamn list. New phone, who this? Hit me up if you got the contact. We go incognito, so you really gotta know where we roll if you want that. This should go beyond rap. If you're looking for your piece, but you do it through your fucking combat. Down south, we've been on that. Southside, do or die. Bangalore, where I drop bombs at. Say cover, bitch, run away your mom's at. I've been that dope boy for a minute, rolling through your city with the windows tinted. I'ma get it how I live it as a man on a mission. I'm a killer with no pity, make a motherfucker feel it like goddamn, way too potent. One hit, get your head blown open. One hit, got a motherfucker choking. One hit, got a motherfucker roped in. Now I am your dealer, guided by the liters, gallons and the kilos. Take me to your leader. Marching with my Martians, looking for a meal, cause we've been starving. Can't be stopped, no, we can't be parking. Roll till I die like I'm Stephen Hawking. I come from the south side, baby. I come from the south side, baby. I come from the south side, baby. Leave them with their mouth wide on the outside, baby. I come from the south side, baby. I come from the south side, baby. I come from the south side, baby. Leave them with their mouth wide on the outside, baby. I don't really give a damn, sticking to the plan. Shitting on these cats, I hope these pussies understand. Shout out to the ones that been with me since we began. began. If you been here from day one, then know I'm with you till the end. And if you ain't, I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. Got me saying that shit twice like double doses on the truth. Double barrel when I shoot, taking shots up at your crew. Shooting bullets through my teeth like Kurt Cobain in 92. Never mind, that's 94. Double checking on my proof. Double crosses all around us trying to tell us what to do. All my soldiers on the struggle list, to you that I salute. We been on it on the double and you know we don't recruit. Cause I come from the south side, baby. I come from the south side, baby. I come from the south side, baby. I come from the, where we come from again? Oh. I come from the south side, baby. I come from the south side, baby. I come from the south side, baby. Leave them with their mouth wide on the outside, baby. I come from the south side, baby. I come from the south side, baby. I come from the south side, baby. Leave them with their mouth wide on the outside, baby.
Can't nobody do it like we do it in the South now, bitch. I mean, peace and love and unity to all of us, but at the same time, you can't forget your roots now. You dig?
Fire, let's go.
Nice.
So what was Karan
fun
talking
fact.
about? The versions, like how many versions?
Oh, dude, that is really funny, bro. Because, dude, there's a version with me and Karan. There's a version with like 3 other producers as well. But Karan's version was one of the earlier versions, man. Because I had that verse, dude. I had the verse, and I remember, dude, we recorded the first version of it, and he made a beat over it, and he has one version of that, man. But then it was just like, well, dude, it's such a sick beat too. If you hear it right now, it's such a fire beat. Like, you know how Karan
what's
does.
up,
Like, Karan
what's
is an
up?
absolute monster. Hey, what's up, Karan? How's it going,
What's
my
up?
G?
All good, bro. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Man, I
dude.
still
Just
have
staying
that
safe
beat.
out
It
here.
was like, I guess the first or the second time I was in Bangalore, and we
Yeah,
did this session.
yeah,
Yeah, dude. I guess the second time. Yeah, this was the second time. First time we made something
yeah.
else at Dock Hall.
Yeah, dude, I remember, bro. You had come and you were like living room downstairs of my house that I was like,
Yeah, and
that
you had a broken arm
that
at that time. You had a broken arm.
oh yeah, dude, I did, bro. I dislocated my elbow.
Yeah,
Shit.
I
Yeah, I
remember.
remember, bro. And
Yeah.
dude, it's still such a fire beat too. When I hear it, I'm just like, fuck, man, it's just gangster as fuck. The thing is, like, when Deva sent when 47K sent this beat, it just the verse sat also. And I was just
Uh,
like, oh, I had to
yeah,
make that
definitely, bro. This
decision
is
as
fire, bro.
yeah, dude. But I feel like we should eventually, let them see that, right? Like we should,
I
like
have it
piece
right
it
now, but it is a
together.
WAV file. I don't think so. It would play here.
Yeah, I know. We'll work on putting it out,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just
Sure,
giving
sure.
people
It's
a
just sitting
sideline.
there, so yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's fire, man. And that's the thing. Along with that, there's a couple of other versions. I think Amrit also made one version of it, and there's somebody else also did
Malfunction
another
also, I
version.
think.
But oh
Malfunction did
yeah,
one.
malfunction too. Yeah, dude. As well as Raka. Raka also made a version on
Arjunal
it.
also, Teja is saying.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm like
Damn.
remembering these as I go, bro. Yeah, it might have been
You,
more than the number that you
you
put
need to
up,
get
bro.
a
But
Southside EP with different versions in it. Like
just
just
remix
release an
EP, yeah.
EP.
the
Yeah,
same song except on different beats, dude. I think that's a
correct.
dope idea. Yeah, man, bro. Like, yeah, we'll piece it together, man. But either way, every single version is like so dope too, man. But the one that finally ended up, I think it might have just been a toss of the coin at the end, but we ended up picking this banger. And shout out to 47K for sliding in and just killing it. He's an absolute beast.
That's great. HMK, which one do you want me to play next one? Which track?
Oh, dude, anything. I mean, I'm not picky about it. You can take something from. There's a project that me and Kalmi had also done, which was called Surface Level, right? And we did that last year during the pandemic. We were, during like lockdown time. So if you want to just pick something like Cowboy Samurai or something from there, I think you might vibe with that.
Cool.
Yeah, sharpening the sword or practicing my aim. I'm a cowboy samurai, it's a battle every day. Yeah, my hat pull low, feel my kimono wave in the wind. The mojo from my dojo on my skin straight glowing. Texas tea steady poet, horseshoes and haikus. Run up like I'm Jesse Owens. Run up with a cold 45 and Kenjutsu. You could tell a bag teller wasn't really used to this kind of stick off slice till I get lit up. Put it all in the bag, hurry up, pull a zip up. Zip! I ain't taking chances, lose it all the next day though. Playing poker, trying to stack them chips up. Anything can happen, yes, I'm ready for the switch up. Brown skin fool, yeah, they wonder how he picked up all these tools he used to keep himself alive. Rather see me dead or dead broke. Man shouldn't thrive, cause anomalies aren't supposed to. Self-taught fighters, they're rejected by the locals. I eat sushi with my hands, wearing boots and loose pants. Smoke a rose cigarette, oh I like yodel.
All my anime heads too.
Battle cry to the sky whenever it's time. Truthfully, rather walk away than provoke you. But if the time comes where I need to get involved, I got bullets for your family, plus katanas gon' poke you deep inside with a smile or frown. Sometimes I'm Vegeta, sometimes like Goku. Till I kick my feet up with the fam, cause we happy. I make knees bend like they're ready to propose to me. Ready to inflict damage to your insides, no qualms, let it rip. Started with some soft palms, now my hands hard as shit. I choke a bitch, call me Djokovic, cause it's a racket when I swing. Listen to the crowd, when the samurai slice, they might throw in the towel. Needed something to wipe the sweat off my brow, no mercy. No looking back, no reversing. Spurs on my boots so you can hear me coming. Blade hidden, but it is the reason that they running. The world, what you make of it, I can be whatever, from the wild west to the far east. Stay stunning. Stay stunning. Yeah, stay stunning. Stay stunning.
Oh,
Let's go.
let's go.
So I see you've been working with a lot of same producers and same, like if I see like more stuff, Kalmi and Parimal. So, how do you connect with a producer? Like if someone else wants to send you a beat right now, because we have a lot of,
Mhm.
we do a lot of demo sessions and we see a lot of young producers are
Uh-huh.
putting out heat. So in case
Yeah,
they want
yeah,
to,
for sure.
do you work with people, or is it that you want to work with the people that you know?
See, no, see, it's one thing, of course. Kalmi, Parimal, these are all people that are close friends of mine. That goes without saying. These are like my
Yeah.
brothers out here. But like, of course, I do. I'm always on the lookout for good beats. That's different. But the thing is, when it comes to making music, at least for what I've come to understand, is like if you go, and there's going to be a lot of producers and there's a lot of talent that's out there, not taking away from any of that. It's more along the lines of, if you go and you're trying to figure out your sound, and you're trying to do, you're trying to kind of, I'm still learning the process of figuring out that sound, right? And
Uh-huh.
the more input that you get, for me, it makes it more chaotic. You understand? It's like,
Okay.
oh yeah, like you could go this way, you could go that way, and there's fire beats, and that's the thing. I can literally rap on, like, I mean, I pride myself on being able to freestyle on anything. So it's like when you hear a good beat, there's no doubt you're just going to be like, and that doesn't mean there's not going to be collabs with, with incredible beat producers. Shout out to my boy Karan, right? Because there's that's bound to happen. But as like where I am right now, and if you see that repetition of producers that you make beats with. It's because like, and of course I have like I consider these guys like part of my team. Like we're like there's a sound that I'm going for, and that ties in with the idea of just being like, okay, I'm trying to figure that sound out that is and spend time on people on that specific before you go and widen your range, right? And so
Yep.
here's the thing though, I do want to put out this mixtape. I've always had this idea. I actually came at the end of last year. I was like, I want to put out a mixtape of where because I want to send out a message saying, yo, send beats. And I'm just gonna go down and pick like 4 or 5 songs from that and just make a fucking mixtape out of it, dude. You know what I mean? Just like random producers. So I don't have the pressure. Like when it comes to, I'm a project person and I love making it cohesive from top to bottom, right? It's different when you're just making singles, but I do like the idea of cohesively telling a story, a beginning, middle, and end. And if it's different beats and different styles, that makes it very difficult to do that. Essentially, if the
Yeah.
soundscape is on one playing field, you can, even though the beats are all different, you understand what I mean? Like you're able to weave your way through it in an easier fashion, right? But I do want to put out a project where it's just like, yo, all my G's come through with the beats, and we're just gonna make some heat. So I'm definitely wanting to send over beats, all the producers over here. I'll let you guys know soon enough too. I think recently I had like this little beat listening session too that happened on like a Sunday. I just get drunk in front of camera on my Instagram live and I listen to beats. So I think that these sessions will come up soon, and we'll come there.
We'll be looking forward to that.
Oh,
So
yeah. Can't wait.
I see you performed in NS7. So how was the experience about it? Like I feel like NS7 crowd is one of the most different and more accepting crowd, I feel like. So
Yeah.
how was that performance that you first time performed in at NS7?
Yeah, because I wouldn't count last year's performance at N87. That was all indoors. That was the online show. The first time, dude. Yeah, the live performance in 2019, right? Yeah, that was, bro. That was when I decided to take it seriously. When I was just like, until then, I was just like, I don't know. I'm still working jobs. I don't know if I want to, like. It's just something that I do on the side. But when I went to N87, I was just, I just came in, fuck it. Doesn't matter what happens. I'm just here to put on a show, right? I'm here to have fun with my boys. And all the boys that came through were on the same headspace. They're like, fuck it, dude. We're here at a really dope festival. They're all excited to be at N87. And we're just like the lineup there that was a year the Earth Gang came through, bro. And it was just a beast of a lineup as well, right? So the Opeth was also there. Like there was just so many dope ass artists. I think Hiatus Coyote was there. Like there was just a bunch of artists that everyone individually in the band too was just like, yo, like I can't wait to see this person. I can't wait to see this person. Everyone was just like amped, and I just went through and I fucking plowed down on a Red Bull and I just went and did my thing, bro. And that was when we had like a 5 o'clock or 5:30 time slot, which is generally not the best time slot that you can have. It's just like, okay, people are kind of getting in, kind of not. And was it the last day of did I perform on the last day? Yeah, it was on Sunday that I performed. Oh no, yeah, it was on Sunday, I think so. And so I was just like, all right, doesn't matter. We're just gonna go have a good time. But dude, everyone that came stayed, and by the end of it, we had a pretty like large crowd that had come and sat there and listened to me just bang out a set. And that was me. That was when I was just like, dude, I could do this shit. Like I fucking enjoy this shit, And that was the transition, man. It was just a really cool time, and that was when I think people did like kind of heard about me, and they were just like, all right, like properly. Before then, it was just, oh, there's just randomly my name would get thrown around here and there. But I think when it came to where we are right now, that was when it's like, all right, there's this dude out here who's making music, and he goes by Mankind, and that was N87 to me, man. It was awesome.
I want to ask you one thing. Why?
Yep.
What is the reason, or what is the reason behind the name Hanuman Kind? Like,
Oh, this is everyone's question, man. I
yeah.
got you. I got you, though. I'm gonna serve it up. Dude, like I guess a lot of the rappers that I also look up to have these like monikers as well. But it's not like for me. I was like, I can't go by my real name. Suraj is that's just you know what I mean. I can't pull off a Kendrick Lamar and be like, yo, this is my name and it sounds good. And and the thing is like for me, I had a couple of names coming up before it, right? Still experimenting with it, and oh god, like some of them would it hurt my heart thinking about it. You know what I mean? But it's this kind of just came to me while I was in Kerala one time, and I've always, like I said, me being an artist that is from here, but also one with the world. I wanted something that was had a bit of both worlds, right? And I think everyone here has, within India has come across the name Hanuman before. No matter where you are, or no matter what background you come from, it's a name that you've seen, and it's tied in with the land. And then mankind, and I was literally sitting on a bus in Kerala, like ripping through. And I don't know if you guys have ever sat in one of those KSRTC buses that are riding down, like ripping through the fucking city. And that too is a one way. It's one road, but it's a two-way road, and this is the highway. So you're
I
like,
have experienced that.
weaving left to right. And I was just like, bro, you know what it is, right? So I'm just like, bro, that was where it kind of fell onto my. That's when the name initially came into my head. I just landed, and I was just like, huh, okay. And it was just something that was in a bunch of names that I had. That was one. But when I brought it out to the homies, they're like, yo, dude, this shit kind of like, I can remember that. And I'm like, yeah, dude, fuck with it. Then let's fucking do it. And just stuck to it. I remember at first too, I was just like, I don't know about this. But then I just stuck with it, man. And I think it's a vibe. It is where it is right now.
That's great, man. So you're moving on to the next track, which I think Bluck is going to play right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ayo, I need to let loose. Bullets in the chamber, feel good when I
Hey,
shoot.
Rudy.
Duck cause you in danger, you duck or you a goose. Yeah, you sucker looking weak, bunch of chickens in the coop. Watch what come out of your beaks. Yo, I need to let loose. Bullets in the chamber, feel good when I shoot. Duck cause you in danger, you duck or you a goose. Yeah, you sucker looking weak, bunch of chickens in the coop. Watch what come out of your beaks. Cause I'm coming with the heat, global warming at the peak, melting all your polar caps and the clouds about to freak. Not the north but from the south, that's where all my people be. See us and you'll figure out that the heritage is deep, 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 deeper than anything you can dive in. Grab your scuba gear if you planning on surviving. My people need a Batman and Robin, but when we're looking out it's like Batman's gone robbing. Like, hey, that's not how it's supposed to work. When the ones who claim good do most the dirt, when the ones who claim to protect mostly hurt, all the ones who try live where the rules berserk. Justice for J. Raj and his son. Your cocky clothes don't mean shit, you fucking bums, unless you live by a code that means more than using guns and sticks to beat civilians who need protection. Yeah. The problem's systematic, should have reached these answers a while ago, but we were static. Shouldn't take a tragic event to have movement. One step forward, 3 steps back, not improvement. Yeah, I'm not a prophet or messiah, just a child of the world, eating chips with my tire. Flip the bird to the law, cause I'm steady getting higher than the thoughts of astronauts. Your body to let loose, bullets in the chamber, feel good when I shoot. Duck cause you in danger, you duck or you a goose. Yeah, you're sucker looking weak, bunch of chickens in the coop. Watch what come out of your beast. Your body to let loose, bullets in the chamber, feel good when I shoot. Duck cause you in danger, you duck or you a goose. Yeah, you're sucker looking weak, bunch of chickens in the coop. Watch what come out of your beast. See, I need to let loose, bullets in the chamber, feel good when I shoot. Feel like we all in danger, no chance to have a truce. That's not something that I see, cause they sending out the troops when you protesting in peace. Trust is something that they breathe, once it's lost it can't be reached. Got me sick inside the stomach, this the belly of the beast. You're the powerful, they feast, north, south, west, east. Stuck without a puddle, riding down Shit's Creek. Where does a troubled mind look for salvation? Chasing something that can't be seen. Yo, what I mean is the way that people scheming, the truth stretched out like limousines. So condemned consider myself. Good food, good music, so far good health. Praise to the unknown, some might call it God, but what's God in a world where there's so much
Yeah, I need to
fraud?
let loose. Bullets in the chamber. I feel good when I shoot. Duckers, you in danger. You ducker, you a goose. Yeah, your circle looking weak. Bunch of chickens in the coop. Watch what come out of your beaks. Yeah, I need to let loose. Bullets in the chamber. I feel good when I shoot. Duckers, you in danger. You ducker, you a goose. Yeah, your circle looking weak. Bunch of chickens in the coop. Watch what come out of your beaks. Bullets in the chamber. Feel good when I shoot. Feel good when I shoot. Feel good when I shoot. Duckers, you in danger. Feel good when I shoot. Feel good when I shoot. Feel good when I shoot. I need to let loose.
Yo, can we go HMKOP, Rudy OP, and Kalmi OP in the chat? Let's go,
You already know.
bro. The surface level EP. So I want to ask you one thing: is this a project like where you and Kalmi got together and say like planned everything and let's say put it out, or it was just like something random that happened?
Nah, dude. You know how service level happened, bro? Bro, so this was in the middle of lockdown, right?
Mhm.
Like the first one, and bro, I had moved out to like a 1 BHK for the at the fucking most terrible time. You know, I had like until then I was living with roommates, right? But then I
Mhm.
fucked off and I was like, I'm gonna start this shit fresh. I'm full of confidence and shit. I moved out in March of last year, right? And right then lockdown happened and I was just stuck inside a 1 BHK with like two cats, of course, who saved my fucking life. But then it was just me, right? And so surface level was just me. I told Kalmi, I was just like, bro, of course I was like trying to write and stuff, but like my mental health when it was just me and four walls and the whole repetition of what I'm sure a lot of people face too, because you know I live a very rambunctious and loud life. Like I'm out and about, I'm meeting people, you know, and then all of a sudden that's done. And even though I like to, you know, I'm generally like to keep to myself and shit. At the same time, you realize that people, you know, how much of a difference the lack of people does for you, bro. Like the lack of human interaction all of a sudden hit me like a fucking steam truck. You know, I was
Mhm.
like, damn, dude, you feed off your environment, and all of a sudden, your environment, everything we knew was just pulled out from under you, right? And you're just trying to find balance in this. So all I did was, I was like, I hit up Galmi one time. I was like, bro, I'm gonna like, I'm just gonna write 5 songs in 5 days, and I want you to make 5 beats in 5 days. And
Mhm.
that's we cut out one song, but that's exactly that, dude. I just and I used, bro. So I grew up with the like when I was freestyling, right? All I used was YouTube beats. I'm a YouTube beat user guy for life. You feel me? Because I didn't have producers that were around me. All I did was find a beat that I like. I know how to type in the keywords and make sure that I find a beat that's in that range. But I just use YouTube beats. So all I used was I found 5 songs, YouTube beats that I liked, and I recorded. I had like an SM58 at home, so I just like put a blanket over my. I didn't even have my studio set up, right? Like I didn't have any. I just had a mic with an interface in the laptop. So and that too, the mic came in after a month or two of us being locked down. So I just like went and recorded it, and it was on that SM58, which you know it's a legendary mic, but of course it's just a mic that you know a lot of it is just rough recordings, right? And I just we that's how we put it together. And Call Me made so we the whole project got done in like 1 week of me writing, 1 week of Call Me producing, and the other week of us finishing it off. And I drew that like there's I'll try and find that version of the first version of that cover art. I drew it kind of initially. I drew my own version of it, and then you know I reached out you know, shout out to Bangin' Sushi, who is an incredible artist. You know, I was just like, because we didn't have time. I wanted it to get done in like 3 weeks.
Mhm.
So at the end of the week, I literally even drew out the idea. I was like, yo, this is just the idea of it. And it was just a test, man. It was literally like a practice run for us because we were like, bro, I just want to see what you can do if you sit and do 5 songs, do or die. It doesn't matter, even if they're shit. And that was the product that came out. It was just that. And so in 3 weeks we got it done and we just put it out, bro. Like, oh, it was ready to put out. You know how it takes a little bit of time for Spotify to, I mean, for you to put things up onto, registered platforms. But that's how quick it was, man. It was really done. It was really quick.
So fucking dope, bro. Like if you did it like in a week's time and you come up with this, imagine
Yep.
what you can do if you have a proper, like.
Oh yeah, bro.
couple of-
I'm learning right now. We're learning.
Yeah.
Like now I'm really excited for for music, bro, because I'm not saying I figured it out, and I don't think I ever will, because I'm forever a student. But
Yo,
it's like I've kind of understood to a certain degree what I can do, and now I'm just gonna test it
That's
out,
true.
man. There's some fun stuff on the way, bro. HMK on the way, baby.
once again, shout out Kalmi and Rudy is also on the chat. Hey man, was Kalmi? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello? He's on mute.
he might be on mute. Tell Kami to hop on. Kami ready? Oh, Rudy.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, there's Kami.
Hey, what's up, man?
Thanks so much for bringing us in.
Thanks so much for coming on, bro.
But yeah, great. Listen to all the music.
So, I want to know what's next for HMK or for Kalmi, or like as a group or as an individual, what's next coming up that we can look forward for?
Oh, and before we get to that too, 1 second. Rudy recorded those vocals on a headphones mic.
Yeah.
Hey, no, I did not. Actually, that
What?
was the first thing.
Like,
No, but it
no,
was
that
the
was the
first-
first version which she made. Like the later
Yeah.
version was like the iPad microphone which she used.
No, dude, I used
That's
Catharsis
so
was
pretty
the first
crazy.
actual thing I recorded on my mic that I got like
Yeah.
right around that time.
Oh, okay. So it was on the
Yeah.
mic. I was just
No,
like,
it
how
was
did
only
you
on the
manage
first
to
version.
figure that sound, bro? Like, I was like, dude, like whenever I speak into headphone mics, I sound like it's like it's terrible, bro. It sounds like it's a struggle for real. But anyways, now that I know, I have clarity. So let's go.
Yep.
Yeah. So next, I think like for Suraj, I think there's a lot of music which is coming up, which I don't think like it's a very different sound. Like I feel like we'll reveal it like when it comes. Like it'll be best when it's out. But yeah, a lot of stuff is on its way.
Mhm.
I think proof is not
Um,
that obvious.
I mean,
Yeah, there's definitely some cool stuff on the way, man. Like everything that I've dropped till now is cool, but it was a it's just an understanding of music and what's there. And yeah, it's a wide range of music because it's not just Kalmi. There's quite a bit of Parimal. Shout out to my boy Akash Shravan also, who's
Yeah.
a beast of a producer and mix engineer and everything. Like he's dope as fuck. And yeah, there's quite a bit of heat.
that's great, man. So I'm gonna open up for questions for the listeners. If anyone wants to ask a question to Hanuman, or so let's go. Raise your hand. Yo,
Let's
HMK,
boy.
I want to ask you. You remember I
Mhm.
DM'd you after seeing your performance at on Son of Abish.
Yeah.
So is that the song out, or is that a different one?
Oh, dude. So that one is actually, it may or may not be in the next project.
Okay.
But it's the version. If I do put it out, is going to be, it's going to be different. Like it's the same,
Okay.
but it's different. All right. Yeah. I'm glad you asked though. I like that song quite a lot, Molly.
Yeah.
And when we
Yeah.
perform it live, it goes super hard, man. I can't wait to perform that live for you, bro.
That's great, man. So let's see if anyone wanna ask questions. Blug, do you wanna ask anything?
Appreciate you, Raj.
Can't raise hands. Okay, hold on. Blug. Yup. Is he here? It's gone. Chinmay, if you're listening, can you ask Anmol to call him? Yeah, till then, it was a great session, though. I want anyone who has question to please go in and ask. And once he's back.
Okay. All right, all right. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Bro, I'm terrible on this Discord. Okay, so where do I go in order for this question session?
No, there's one guy who wanted to ask you, do you speak Hindi?
Do I speak Hindi? Bro, no, I'm not gonna say confidently. I mean, dude, sometimes I fuck around and try. But I don't think I would survive a day if I had to speak Hindi. Bro, I speak Malayalam like a champ though, and I can understand most of Tamil, and I can throw in a couple of Kannada words here and there. But mera Hindi bahut, acha not
Kharab.
hai.
Acha naat
Kharab hai. You feel me? All right, where do I see these questions, man? Is it
No,
in the general chat?
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you. There's Path online right now. Path, you wanna ask
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, so Hanuman, hi first of all. I
What's up,
just
bro?
want to I just want to ask that how do you churn up your ideas if you wanna write some shit, or do you just go with the flow of your day? How's it been?
How do I go if I want to write some shit? Dude, it depends, man. If there's something that I have been wanting to write about, I think I just sit down and write. I think generally coming from the background that I did when it just came to freestyling, I generally just like to sit and it'll be random thoughts that I write, right? So going with the flow is something that comes naturally. But when it comes to writing a song and putting your thoughts together, it's one thing just being able to rhyme, but it's another thing making it a song. And this is something that I learned, I'm still learning, right? It's not just about the idea of rapping and writing, but it's about making it a full-fledged track with how I mentioned earlier, beginning, middle, and end. So I think if it comes to your writing process and churning out ideas, I think what I have to say would come in most handy to someone who's trying to figure out their concepts and write is just make sure that you write every day, bro. You understand? The more frequently that you write, the better chances are that you're going to write something that you are happy with, if that makes sense. Now if I throw in the idea of, let's say that if you are, I don't know, like, you're the getaway car because your homies are robbing a bank, right? If you haven't practiced driving, and you suddenly have to go be the getaway car, you're fucked. Do you feel me?
Yeah,
However, if
got
you
it.
practice, like, it doesn't matter what comes at you, you can figure out the route. Okay.
Yeah,
Not terrible analogy. Don't try and be the getaway
yeah,
car.
yeah,
You feel me? But it's
yeah,
it's more along the lines of ensuring that every day, even if it's because not every verse is going to be amazing. Not every 16 is
yeah,
going to be that which you're so fucking proud of. But your consistency around the words is what will ensure that you come out with something that you're closer to being happy with than not. Does that make sense?
yeah, yeah, got it. And my
All right,
second
bro.
question was how this goes back to when we first started. You said that you just saw a bunch of guys just freestyling and jumping on the beat. So
Mhm.
talking about freestyling, how do you think it built up in you? Just because you said that if you hear any beat, you could just go on freestyling on it. So
Right, right.
what do you think? It's more of a practice thing or just like a skill or a talent for
Bro,
se per se?
dude, it is a hunt. Freestyling more than anything is a practice. That
Yeah,
is,
got it.
bro. Have you heard of this guy called Harry Mack?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ,
Yeah.
bro.
He's crazy,
You
bro.
know, bro, it's like an understatement. But to see this guy's been freestyling for 18 years. And here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
I want you to critically analyze when it comes to his music. Have you heard what he's released on Spotify?
Not that I'm
Mm.
aware of, but I've seen
So
his YouTube videos.
go ahead and listen to that, and you'll notice that, dude. I'll be honest, the music that he's written and his songs are just okay. Like it's
Mm,
very, hearing him freestyle
mm-hmm.
is incredible, but
Yeah,
hearing him songwrite, there's a big difference,
yeah,
and this goes to show like he put in so much work into that. And freestyling
yeah.
is very much, bro, surround yourself around the art. Make sure that you keep trying. It's a confidence kind of thing, bro. Because initially, you know, I'm not saying that you don't come out of it right. You don't jump right into it like, dude, I got it. Like I'm gonna fucking, I'm just throwing bar after bar and you're killing it. Like you got to sit there
Yeah,
and you got to look shitty on occasion, bro. You got to look like you don't know shit like a couple of times in order for you to finally feel like you know some shit.
yeah,
And so it's just about you actively doing it, whether it's alone or whether it's with people. When it's with people, you're given perspective right then, bro. You're put through a crash course. If it's just
yeah.
you, some people get into this headspace like they're fucking amazing freestylers because they sit in front of a mirror or they just rap in front of beats and they're just like, yo, I'm the shit. But are you or are you just shit? You know what I mean? You got to test that
Yeah,
out with
yeah,
your friends, try it out. So it's a practice thing, bro. Like practice, you
yeah.
got to sharpen the sword. That's all.
Got it. So my third question was that, like in this day and age, everyone has the access to internet. So, to be a rapper, you really need to write down what you feel from inside, right? So,
Right.
like me, I just go on YouTube. I like to listen to rap and stuff. So, how do you let these things that you're listening to not influence in any way that what you're writing?
I mean, dude, like it's so inevitably, bro. Everything that you listen to is gonna influence you. You know, you are a byproduct of your like what you put out is basically like a Frankenstein of the stuff that you like. You understand?
Yeah.
Like though people are original when it comes to their style, like I can say from my influences I have my style. So,
Oh,
and
got it.
so, dude, even if like when people rap about like money, bitches, and titties in your hands, I like all of them. You know what I mean? I love titties in my
Yeah,
hands,
yeah,
and I love everything in between, right? But the thing is, like, will I rap about it? No, not necessarily, not right now. But even though I don't get me wrong, I do venture that stuff that I feel as well. But it doesn't mean because people are going to be expressing themselves. It's going to be in and around you, and that's the beauty of having so much access in the world that we have right now. The access is pretty incredible, bro. Like there's everything, whether it comes to specifically your style. Like if you just want to get into the writing and the true art form of being as complex as you can when it comes to your music, you can just go listen to MF Doom, Earl Sweatshirt. You can listen
yeah.
to like older Mac Miller. You can listen to like just music
Hmm.
that you can listen to like an Aesop Rock, or you can listen to not Aesop Rock, or you can listen to like a Lupe Fiasco, all of his mixtapes, or Chameleonaires. Oh, dude, there's like so many layers you can go and dive into exactly what you want.
Hmm.
But there's always going to be people that are expressing themselves, and it's not always that you're going to like it or not, but know what you're about, right? And pick and choose with what you want to surround yourself with. Right now,
Yeah,
if you are forced to like listen to fucking shitty music all the time, that sucks, bro. Like if you're like you're at a place where they keep blaring music that you don't like, that's
yeah.
rough because that's not something that you like. But
True.
what you got to try and do is at least like try and be as much as in control of your environment as you can, and try and pick and choose the songs that you like, and dude, the rest will follow, man. If you're about that life, it'll come to you.
Got it. And for anyone starting out, what would be the advice that you want to give? I mean, just a small advice would work. So,
If dude, if there's anyone that's starting out, like, do it because you like it, nothing else. Like, if you're doing it because it's anything else, the soul of the art, you take away the art in the heart, or is that the saying? I don't know. Just do it because you genuinely enjoy the process, man. And um, consistency is key. It's not for everybody. Also understand that, right? It's like it is. I will tell you, hands down, it is the hardest, most difficult profession for you to substantially make money in. I guarantee you that, especially in the world right now. However, the avenues and play and resources that we have make it very accessible, right? So
yeah,
this, because for every artist that you see that is successful, there is thousands of artists that are not, but just still at their craft, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
understand that, know what you're about, and everything else will follow. That's like, if you're about that life, like you want to put yourself into that field, which is fucking, like as I described to you, go. Like, then I salute you, dear sir, and I want you to go and kill it, and it'll everything will fall into place, brother. You understand?
yeah.
Consistency is key, and believe in yourself. That's it, bro.
Got it. Thanks for having me. It was nice talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. Bye bye.
Of course, man. Stay safe and stay healthy out there, okay, brother? Bye bye.
Yeah, HMK. Uh,
Yes,
my
sir.
question: top
Yeah.
5 rappers, dead or alive? Like your top 5.
Ooh.
Any
Oh,
order,
dude.
like
So,
no order, like
okay. Okay, dead or alive, top five. Oh shit. Okay. MF Doom, of course, bro. Like, for me, hands down, one of the greatest. I grew up listening to old school Chameleonaire. I don't know if you, like, everyone over here mostly has only heard of Riding Dirty and like Hip Hop Police of Chameleonaire, but
yeah.
he has multiple mixtapes that he had when it was literally recording tapes and putting it out. And dude, I was listening to that shit. Like, he has this thing called Greatest Hits. So Chameleonaire comes inside there. Of course, I think Biggie and Pac will fit inside. Um, but then if but see that it's like top five is difficult. I'd rather do top 10. But if I had to pick the last one of who who was it? Last one that I think is uh I already said Lupe. Let's say, fuck, man, who is it? Well, let's do someone who's of like currently, I think is killing it. I really like Joey Badass. If you guys are fans of Joey's a beast.
Mhm.
I love Joey Badass. But then I feel like the last one I can still fit in. Like, it's a very wide ranging mix of artists, man. So yeah, but I'll put Joey in there for now. You know.
All right, HMK. Thank you so much for joining in today. It was a great session.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, bro. I hope you're taking care in Kerala. I think Kerala is the best place right now
Oh, hands
to
down,
be
dude.
in. Yeah, with the
Yeah.
situation all over India, Kerala is the best place.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for dropping in. We are waiting for your new music and new videos. Keep on
Thank you, my
dropping in,
brother.
And I hope to
Hey.
see you soon and perform with you in the
For
future, man.
sure, man. For sure. And shout out to everybody that came for the session and listened to my dumbass talk for a bit. I appreciate you guys. And thanks for Gully Gang for hosting this. Thank you, DJ Proof. You're an absolute beast. And
Thank you
of
so
course,
much.
Bluck, I'm shouting you out too. Thank you for moderating all this, man. I appreciate all you guys. And for everyone that are out there, man, please do stay safe and take care of yourself. Shit is fucking real out there. Kerala is substantially safe, so you can hear me speak in this kind of tone, which I'm just chilling and vibing. But when it comes to major cities like Mumbai, Bombay, Bangalore, I know it's really fucking terrible. So you guys stay safe, and yeah, peace and prosperity to everybody. Make that music,
Once again,
live that life.
thank you so much and good night. Peace, man.
Take care, brother. Peace. Bye bye.